Hi YouTube! So last night I filmed a video talking about Nintendo's online system and how it compares to, the other company systems right now. And literally, right after I finished, I went on my computer. Oh, hello computer, how are you doing today? La 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 la. And I see like all of these crazy announcements coming from Sony in Japan right now. Except not really right now, like last night. It's morning, I woke up very recently. I'm still wearing my pajamas. Mario. The point is that right after I was ready to put up my video for today, there are all these huge announcements about Sony's new portable system, and I'd rather talk about those right now. I'll put up the other video in a couple days or tomorrow or something, but this is a lot more important at the moment. So the system is not officially named yet. Right now it's going by NGP. A lot of people would rather call it the PSP2. The display screen is 5 inches long and is multi-touch. So yes, now even the PSP and Sony are buying into touchscreens. It also has dual analog sticks, like one for each thumb, on both sides of the screen. And it's got built-in 3G Wi-Fi. I don't remember exactly right this second, but I'm pretty sure that the only 2 announced games so far for the launch are Uncharted and a new Monster Hunter game. The system supposedly can handle PS3-like graphics, which is pretty ridiculous. We thought the 3DS was good. This would be topping it. All in all, with all of these features that the PSP2 or NGP or whatever you want to call it, the system looks to be really strong. It looks to be like an amazing contender in the handheld race. Admittedly, there are still a lot of details that we're waiting on, but it's supposed to be coming out this fall, which means that it's coming out before the holiday season, which, as many people know, is, the biggest time for video games, really. So the question is the NGP a 3DS killer? Obviously, it depends on who you're going to ask, but my answer is no. The 3DS will be targeting a very different audience than the NGP is, and in fact, I would argue that the NGP's audience is going to be fairly small because it's probably going to be rather expensive. Sony has said it's going to be affordable, but they also don't plan on selling the product at a loss, meaning I really don't think it's going to be anywhere under $400. Judging by how much hardware is in this thing, it's not going to be cheap. Battery life is no better than the 3DS's, which isn't good to begin with. I think the major thing here is that there are a ton of people already set on buying a 3DS. There are tons of games they want to play that are going to be out by summer, which is before this comes out. They will probably get the 3DS before the PSP2, and especially if this PSP2 has a high price tag, it's not going to, do all that much to 3DS sales, I don't think. The only thing is that they're going to go ahead and be able to kind of get the hardcore gamers. Always use that term loosely, but I think you know what I'm talking about. If not, I'm kind of generally referring to the age group of kids that tends to think that Nintendo is too kiddie for them. Other than that, I think a lot of the people who are going to be buying NGP are probably also going to be buying a 3DS. There's also the issue of, will the NGP have really portable games, or will they be having kind of console games on the handheld? If it's capable of having PS3 graphics, then why not just put PS3 games on there? And while some of you might be saying, oh wow, that would be awesome, I could just have my games all the time. Yeah, it's all good and great, you can play your games that you want to play anywhere. But, when you start porting those kinds of games onto the handheld system, and they're just as good as they are on the console, you're going to run into issues. Mostly that people will make decisions between, should I get a PS3 or should I get an NGP, instead of getting both. So I'll put links down below to all the information about the NGP, and you can check those out. I think that it looks pretty cool. I'm personally interested in it, not completely sold on it considering how much it's probably going to cost, but definitely looking into it at this point in time. Let me know what you think about the NGP or PSP2 or whatever down below. Is it going to flop horribly? Is it going to be wonderful and outdo the 3DS? How's it going to change handheld gaming? I think it's an interesting subject, and we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens for now. A lot is riding on the price, and a lot is riding on games that are going to come out in the NGP's launch period before Christmas. Meanwhile, keep an eye out for my video in which I discuss Nintendo's kind of failures in the whole online gaming department, and how hopefully they're trying to fix it. I'll try to get that up ASAP, I don't know. Love you!
Tiku tiku tiku. do.